Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Case Corner. Please enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Good morning, everyone. It is 8:20 in the morning. I've been up. I think I woke up shortly after 6. I think it was closer to 6:30, which is about an hour before I have to wake up. So I laid in bed for a bit. Actually, I think it was a bit earlier than that. It was like 6:40 when I had checked my phone again. And I'm like, there's not really much point in going back to bed. So then I just started scrolling on my phone, playing games and stuff. And then at 7:30, went upstairs, had breakfast, took my meds, fed Maggie and Shell Turtlestein, and packed lunch for my sister. And I've just been back playing on my iPad again. And now I'm gonna get my video uploaded and posted for you all. And then I'll probably find something to watch. I still need to watch Boston Blue. So I'll probably pull that up to watch it. Emily might have a podcast. Ooh, actually, Emily was on Lawyer You Know, so I might watch that. First, and then she might have a podcast, but she didn't, as far as I know, she didn't record on, behind the scenes. So if there is a podcast, it's a late podcast. Yeah, I don't know if there's a podcast for her today, but I'll keep my eye out. It's still early. She doesn't post until late morning or early afternoon anyway, so there could be one later. So I'm gonna get my video edited and uploaded, and then watch Lawyer You Know with Emily, and we'll talk later. So update, I did get changed. I did a little bit of loom knitting. I realized that I switched sides again. So it's gonna be off. I think. I was watching various YouTube videos, and Emily released her podcast, so she must have just did a late recording last night. So she didn't do members only. I did choose my clothes for my interview. I have this crocheted short sleeve top, and then I'll wear something underneath, and then I have a black blazer that I'll wear, and then I just have to grab my black pair of jeans. So I'll change a bit later because it's not until late afternoon, so I will change in a couple hours and start getting ready for that. I don't know if I'm getting a ride or busing, and I don't know exactly what time I'm going it. It's like my dad might be dropping off the kids, so he could drop me off after he drops off the kids. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm gonna eat my lunch. I didn't make some lunch. One of the last couple bagels, so my sister will have the last one tomorrow. And then I'm gonna continue watching Emily. It made it about 20 minutes in, and it was just over an hour. So I'm gonna continue watching that. And I'll talk to you. I am on my way to an interview. I'm just switching buses right now. I just got off the bus on my way back home, my last bus. My interview, I feel like went well. They only asked me a couple questions. Like, they took a quick glance at my resume. And then they asked what my experience was at my most recent place. So I answered that. And then they asked what my worst and best customer service experience was. I actually forget exactly how they phrased the first question. I just said that it was like a training program for people with disabilities to learn the skills. And I mentioned a couple skills that they teach you. And then they asked what my worst and best customer service was, so I did my best to answer that. And then, what was the last one? I think that was it. They just asked what my availability was, so they'll let me know. They didn't give me a time frame. I looked up the company in Google, and it says just a day or two, so we'll see. But it's a brand new location, so I could be told in a couple days. That doesn't mean I'll start in a couple days, because they're still finishing up, setting it all up. Like, they got a lot of it done, but there's still probably small details. Like, I think there's still stuff that they're working on, because the construction team was in there when I walked in. So they had to clear off the little counter space. And then went over to Starbucks, which is nearby, to grab a hot chocolate for my trip back home, and then went back up and caught the bus. Luckily, the bus was just, by the time I got there, I had to wait like barely 2 minutes, and it was coming. So yeah, I'm just finishing walking home, and I'll update y'all later. I made it back home, and I talked to my mom a bit, and I'm gonna follow up with a couple places, follow up with 2 places, and send my resume to another place, and we'll go from there. I'm just gonna find something to watch after I do that, and continue knitting my mom's shop. So it has been quite some time. I did a clip of me loom knitting. We did have dinner, and I had a cookie that I brought down, but I already ate it. I've been loom knitting because my mom is asking me to try and pick up the pace a bit. I think I have about 12 inches or so done, but it needs to be at least 48, I think. One of them was 24, one of them was like 48, but this loom is end up being wider than what she had wanted for the shawl, so I might have to make the other way a little bigger. But we also bought enough yarn to make it a full blanket, so she could end up doing a blanket, and then just, I don't know. She wanted a shawl, I think, so that she could wear it outside too, but I don't know. So we'll see. I'm just gonna, I don't know if I really should try and do any more tonight. It's already nearly 11, so I should probably try and go to bed and then try and focus on it more tomorrow. I think I was getting a little distracted sometimes with YouTube and stuff. So maybe I wasn't focusing on it as well as I could have been. I was also expecting Emily to be still in trial, but then they finished early. We were supposed to go for a few more days. They were supposed to go almost right till the end of the month. So we were expecting at least a couple more days of trial. I think almost right through this end of the week. Like Thursday, I think, might have been the last day. Might have been the original last day, or they thought they would have been done by, had closing arguments that day. But then the defense decided to not really put much of a case. They had one witness testify early because of flight issues or something like that. And then they didn't end up calling any other witnesses. So it's expecting to be in court for at least a few days. But I think I was also getting distracted watching court, so maybe I wasn't working on it the whole time. But I'm working on it at least some of every day. I was actually listening to Hannah Montana, Miley, some older Miley, because her Hannah Montana 20th anniversary is coming out soon. So yeah, I'm planning on watching that. I think it comes out this week. I don't know for sure. I think I saw something that I forget where it cut off. I ran into storage, so I had to delete some apps. I'm just gonna quickly finish this last stitch and head to bed. There we go. Because I had added several apps, so I had to delete a couple. So I guess it took up too much space. So it cut off while I was in the middle of recording. I don't even know what I was talking about to finish the recording. But anyway, I'm gonna put this away. And head to bed. I think it was mostly just about the yarn. Thanks for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.